Alright, so in this one, I want to go over looking at just some recent Sparkings and some recent Zenkais, and to see if Legends is actually making moves in the right direction, because in my opinion, and I think in a lot of people's humble opinions, Zenkai units, every Zenkai unit, let me stress, should be a second choice to a new Sparking you don't own. So to go over, for example, Kaba is a Zenkai unit, and he has dailies, Frieza has dailies, and in making it so dailies are now a thing, you get these units Zenkai'd up without having to spend too much CC, kind of like an all-star banner. Okay, you can do a daily there, boom, you can pull Toppo, Kale and Caulifla, Majub, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and these units, even, you can pull LFs from dailies at this point from the Master Pack Z banner. Obviously, they're all Zenkais, and they'll be updated as we get more and more and more. But yeah, you can pull anything from these banners, and it's kind of the same thing with this new Zenkai system, with Frieza getting it as well. It's shocking that an LF Zenkai is getting dailies on them, because that just means they're devaluing them, which is good, right? This is great. To look at, acquired characters here, wherever that is, order received, rather. You look at Toppo, and Toppo, who's better, Toppo or Kaba? Toppo. Just straight up, it's not really a contest. Toppo. You look at Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, who's better, God Vegeta or, well, Super Gogeta doesn't really, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta doesn't really count, but God Vegeta or Super Saiyan Blue Evolution? Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. They're pretty on par, but all in all, he is better. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, this kid one, obviously, is kind of an effect of it not happening yet, because his counterparts of, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, I guess if you want to run him on Sun Family, or if you want to run him on Saiyans, but he wants to be on Godaki, and Namek Goku. I mean, I understand why Super Saiyan Blue Goku is pretty good, and as good as he is, I feel like they kind of need to do that, because making, honestly, every other one of those basically free 7-star Sparkings bad. I mean, Green Broly's not bad, but he's replaceable, and you don't need him on any team. Super Saiyan Blue Goku, at least one of them, had to be good. I'd rather it be someone that's more, God Key based, instead of, let's say, Purple Vegeta was the god of, those free Zenkais, and he was like Jesus incarnate. Well, that's a Purple Saiyan, right? He's not on Vegeta family, he's just Purple Saiyan. He would have been tedious as hell, kind of like Purple Super Saiyan 3 Goku was. This guy would have been the same thing. Red Namek Goku, he's very limited, so they couldn't do it to him. Blue Broly, he's fine. He's not great. He's not the worst thing in the game. He's like bottom 10, sure, but he's just not something for not. Actually, bottom 10 is kind of rude, because he's better than some of these newer Zenkais, but regardless, they really only had a few options, and it was either Super Saiyan Blue Goku or Vegeta, and I'm very grateful to be Super Saiyan Blue Goku. But yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Goku isn't the perfect pick. You can run him on a strike-based, let's say, Saiyan team of Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 3, and then, I mean, it's more GT and Saiyan, but, and then the red GT Zenkai Goku, who again is in an instance, if we again look at power level here, where he's not necessarily the ideal pick, because you have Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, which, again, that's kind of a little counterintuitive, because Zenkai and Zenkai are compared to, but Vegeta's newer? Well, actually, is Vegeta newer? Vegeta's newer than GT Goku, I believe. Yeah, because this guy came out Super 17, and that was way before the GT Super Saiyan Force came out, because they had to build a foundation. That was the foundation of it. But it just seems like they're moving in a correct direction. I don't know. Kakarot, I did have an expectation of him, and I was pretty let down. I did think he could be around the capacity, I guess, of Android 21. Obviously, the blue Android 21. And I'm disappointed to say he's not. I mean, he gives barely support, and the thing I thought he gave support to is just stuff he gives to himself, like that 30% and then key recovery to 30% strike damage and key recovery to himself. I thought that was to his allies, now it's just himself. He gives 10% crit to Sun Family, 35% blast to Super Warriors, which they are more blast based, and then 35% strike attack or strike damage to Episode Saiyan Saga. But it's like, these aren't fleshed out things. He's not even on Super Warriors, so I don't understand it. I don't know. I feel like free Zenkai should be more valued than paid, and I know that's obviously coming from a perspective of, oh, I don't want to spend money if I don't have to. yeah, that's obviously how the game's gonna work, right? I don't want to spend fucking 7k CC on Frieza, who's gonna be better, but I'd rather have it be Kakarot Goku's better. And by the way, if you're wondering why his event is so easy, it's most likely for 2 reasons. One, the event probably won't come back for like a year. This is an exclusive time thing where they're making it come back now because of the Switch version being released of Kakarot. And the other reason, it's because new players are probably gonna like look at this and be like, oh, I can get my Kakarot Goku from the fucking game that I played, okay. And they made it very, very, very damn easy to farm up. Like, to even 14-star. I had him 14-star before this, but to 14-star now, what do you use? Like 400, 500 energy? To get him Zenkai 7, what do you use? Like 500 energy? And that's not hard to get. Even for new players, you like spend 2 weeks on this game, you get enough energy and resources to 14-star this guy, Zenkai 7 him, and maybe not fully soul boost them, but if you're a new player, do you even give a shit about that? No, you got your Zenkai, you're like, oh, that looks cool, that shiny new border, which really, all Kakarot Goku is just a shiny border. But you at least look cool for like a new player if they're trying to get into the game. But to keep talking about it though, some units kinda don't hit the stride of what this theme is. Now the theme is obviously talking about 1% Sparkings or just any Sparking being better than their Zenkai counterparts, right? And to look at some of this, and it's some more recent ones, which I heavily detest, but it is what it is at this point. To look at, let's say, I can't even give the perfect example because there's no perfect example. Let's say Purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? So we look at GT. And I guess this guy isn't the most recent, right? He came out near Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, which was obviously very good. But you look at Purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku, there's no counterpart. And the thing is, you're not going to make a counterpart that's going to be better than Purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I'm sorry, that's just not going to happen. Revival Gohan is a anomaly. I think units that'll be his caliber won't really exist. Like, Revival Gohan is better than FSK and Future Gohan. Just individual unit-wise, he's better. Future Gohan is better than FSK, individual unit-wise. Again, because FSK needs someone to die to become his greatest self. Future Gohan and Revival Gohan don't need that. They just do what they want to do whenever the fuck they want to do it. They don't need that. Now, the thing is with this, GT is going to get an LF, and it's probably going to be a purple one, because we look, green, we have Super 17, and we had Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Okay, red, we had Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and Zenkai GT Goku. So basically, a red is off the table, for most part. I mean, they could bullshit it, but it'd be off the table. Blue, we got the Ice, and obviously the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and then yellow, we got Super Saiyan 4 and Nova, and Majub. We got 3 yellows so quickly, wow. That was like a 3-month span, 3 yellows for this tag, huh? And then 2 of them are pretty mid. Majub is not the mid one, by the way. But yeah, this is a situation where I feel like they have made a mistake, because you just look at some of these Zenkais, and again, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is the perfect example. Like, a Red Fusion LF isn't going to be better than Red Gogeta. It's not going to happen. Let's say a Purple Rival Universe LF. Hell yeah! That'll be better. Make it a purple hit. A new Purple Rival Universe LF hit. Or make it a Purple LF Full Power Jiren on Rival Universe. Hell yeah! Oh, they'll outclass him for sure, because Caulifla, even against Saiyans, doesn't do that great. A lot of these tags have that situation where they can get helped by a new LF, and have it be that their Zenkai variant is a second-rate option, but there's also tags that can't. Again, you could just keep looking at this. Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, is he really going to get replaced as the main blue unit on a future Blast-based team? I don't see it. I don't think it's even possible. I mean, he's only replaced on hybrids because of how dominant the core hybrid setup is, and you really don't need to even replace. It's just that Revival and Endurance is so dumb and busted, and most units you're going to run nowadays don't even nullify it because they're just not powerful enough. Maybe like Yellow DKP is an exception, but then you could run LF Piccolo, who has more going for him than Yellow DKP. It's like, you're not running a lot Endurance nullifying units in the meta nowadays. And that's why Blue Trunks kind of doesn't have as much value, because Endurance, Future Gohan, it goes well, and he's destroying cards when he covers in, which I do think is stupid, but He should only destroy cards on his blast cover, not on his normal cover. But hey, they do them, and that's how the game works. But I don't know. I think they're going in a correct motion, because let's look at the most recent ones, right? We have Ginyu, I guess only Sparkings. Turles, which I've stated multiple times, Revival Gohan is far superior, and even Purple Broly, I think, is on par with Turles, so to compare Zenkai to Zenkai movie team, they're on par. Kaba, worse than Topo. He's just straight up worse than Topo. Topo has better teams. Topo has better synergy with his teams. Kaba just doesn't offer enough, and then when he wants to be with Vegeta, they're not on the same goddamn tags besides Saiyan, and then if you're trying to bullshit them on a Saiyan team, you have such a better Saiyan team to build, you're not really going to make them an ideal option for that team. Like if you run like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta with Green Kaba, and then you run, I don't know, Angel Vegeta, that could work, but it's not going to be as ideal as Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and Angel Vegeta. Just not going to be how it is. Goten, the LF. Now, I feel like LF Zenkais are strange to, like, discuss, because there's a point where the game wanted that to be the pinnacle, but then we saw Revival Gohan, and it's like, is he really going to be better than Revival Gohan? No, this Goten's not better than Revival Gohan. I think this Goten is the worst LF Zenkai on release, which is good. I mean, this isn't, like, a problem. This is me being happy about that, because why would I want something that's 2 to 3 years old to be the best unit in the game? No one does. I mean, no one does. I promise you. But yet, they didn't do that for him. They made Revival Gohan better. They made him synergize better. Again, could you say it's more because of the mechanic of Revival? Sure, but the thing is, it's a new unit, so he's going to have new mechanics. That's how it's going to be. It's just that it's hard to compare, because let's say you look at Frieza, and it's like, okay, well, on his fucking team, LOE, his main core, where he wants to be and actually looks his greatest in even damage, even though he gets barely any damage buffs on his own, you know, uniques and stuff, he'll look even greater on there than Powerful Opponent or Frieza Force. Given Frieza Force, he'll look okay. Frieza, if you saw the 1PM, he looked great. He looked phenomenal. The thing is, I could see a situation, and maybe it's not soon because LOE gets buffs every, you know, fucking 8 months or something. Like, one new unit, one new Zenkai, blah, 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 blah. I could see a situation where this guy's replaced, because it's very caveman mindset how us Legends players think. And it's pretty much how it should be, I guess. I don't know. To an extent, it's how it should be, because what is the main thing that's going to win you the game? Damage. Sure, you could have all the sustain in the world, but what do you need to win the game? What matters if you're at 0 timer counts and you both have one unit alive? Damage. Frieza offers good support, good defense, good sustain, but he doesn't offer damage. And I could see a very easy situation of, okay, here you go. Here's our Angel Golden Frieza with LF Full Power Jiren that drops Black Friday. That's purple. Let's say even this, even to make it more of an obvious statement. A transforming Angel Golden Frieza, because you know transforming units have crazy stats. No transforming unit has been bad on release. A transforming Angel Golden Frieza on LOE, that's purple. Boom, you run away with Blue Cooler, you say goodbye to LF Frieza. Just because a new unit will be better than the LF Zenkai counterpart. Looking at Goten here, I could see that situation happening for Frieza. Because yes, while you love sustain, while you love tanking, while you love healing, while you love canceling buff effects, which is as good as going type neutral. Like, it's as good as ability as that, and that is a gassed out ability. It's just not enough to work in how the game works. You could say, for example, like a unit as Future Gohan. Like, he might not do the hardest damage, right? He might not be the best thing in the world. But, dude, he covers in, and when you cover in, you're going to take a hit. 25% to his allies. Then you look at this Demon of Hell, who has 300k blast attack. The best equips in the game, almost. He has one of the best equips in the game there for general units. And then he has his own Platinum equipment. And then he has even better stuff like Zenkai buffs on his bench. You could make him full glass cannon, make double attack for all hybrid units. You have Future Gohan, who may not be the hardest hitting unit, but he'll make your FSK look like a fucking god who can two-shot. Unfortunately, for Frieza, obviously the Zenkai, he cannot do that. He cannot make your Blue Cooler two-shot a unit. He can't. Firstly, Blue Cooler is old. He's, I mean, over a year and a half old at this point. And he's squishy, right? You can't do squishy. Honestly, in my opinion, people are saying the best setup for Frieza is obviously a Zenkai buff setup, but I feel like a sustainable setup is better. Let's say you run Red Metal Cooler with LF Frieza and Blue Cooler. While, yes, Red Metal Cooler is not going to be the craziest damage dealer, he will not. But he is a disruptor who can sustain and team heal. And then you have Frieza who can tank, heal himself, and sustain pretty well, and obviously cancel buff effects. And then Cooler giving your other LOE units a chance to do good damage. That'll flow well, but it's just hard because you want to make Frieza find a good spot on a team, but it's that I don't know. I always go back to LF Beerus when I'm talking about Frieza because it's like they're both supports, and I mean we could just look at Beerus' kit here and we could see it that Beerus has a lot more damage buffs going for him than, let's say, Frieza. I mean, key recovery there, 40% there. So does that make card slots, then 20% to allies damage inflicted. Now, you might say, that's not crazy. That's not a crazy amount. That's only 40%. Yes, but it's also this main ability where he gets 50%. So overall, he has 90%, and you're not going to do strikes with this Beerus, right? You look at his stats, you're not doing strikes with this guy. Hell no. He gets at least something, and Beerus' value in a drawn-out match. Let's say you're just playing PvP, you're playing a Wailed-Out God Key, and you use Beerus. Beerus has very good value, not because of himself, his damage at least. It's because the blocking main ability. Now, if Frieza had something similar, and I still go back to this where I think Frieza's cancel buff effect should have been 3 times because you... it's an internal dilemma when I use Frieza. Maybe I didn't have it in 1 PM because I was just like, okay, I want to see his damage. I don't give a shit about his cancel buff effects. I want to see his damage, 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 damage. But with Frieza, it's an internal struggle where it's like, you cancel buff effects twice. Okay, so I'll lead a Blue Cooler, and then if I swap out into Frieza, I don't have a cancel buff effect. And what if I'm faced off against Super Saiyan 3 Goku? I go to the scenario of, okay, I'm faced off against a Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but I can swap into my Frieza here and do good damage to him. Well, what do? It's a choice of, do I go into LF Frieza and do my, long combo with card draw speed and Cooler crits and increase damage up from Cooler swapping in and out of, or do I just stay in with someone else that might be type neutral and not waste that cancel buff effect? It's a dilemma because the cancel buff effect, like I said, is such a good thing, but only limiting it to 2 times is such a bastard thing to do. Because if I try to make my Frieza look as a power demon, which I understand, please don't harass me about it. He's not a power demon. He is not meant for that. But if I have type advantage with him, I want to swap into him. That's just how the game works. You got type advantage, regardless of who you're using, a support unit, a damage dealer, a tank. You want to go into your type advantage unit against their type disadvantage. You want to do that. But then you have the dilemma. It's like, oh, bro, like I can't do it. I can't hack it because it's like, what if Super Saiyan 3 Goku starts comboing my Cooler, and then he pops his type neutral, and then boom, he throws his ultimate. I have 2, let's say, blue units. Okay, I have to go to Frieza. But then I already swapped to Frieza twice, and now Frieza's taking type neutral Super Saiyan 3 Goku ultimate, and he's not gonna live that shit for most part. Maybe a little bit, but he will not have 2 million HP. Compared to when he cancels all their buff effects, to where he'll have like 600k HP if he doesn't cancel their buff effects and stop the type neutral. Frieza has an internal dilemma for me. I do think he is easily going to be replaced. If anything, I think Blue Cooler is going to be the hard one to replace because they're scared to make a legitimate support unit. But it's going to be the first new LOE unit, whether it be blue or purple. I mean, I don't see it being red because DBS Frieza, green because Green Metal Cooler, and then yellow because we've got the LF Full Power Frieza. Whether it be a blue or purple new LOE unit, again, whatever this is, 8 months from now, 10 months from now, a week from now, who the fuck knows, whether it be blue or purple, that unit, that Zenkai is getting replaced. And again, this isn't me complaining about, oh, Zenkai's getting replaced. No, I want that. A Zenkai unit should never, ever be better than a new unit. Again, you can just look here. Just look at all this and see. Okay. Topo, better than Kappa. Kill Khalifa, there's no Zenkai units to compare them to, right? Saiyans, there's no Zenkai. Females, sure, but they're blast-based, while 18 is strike-based, and, what other team? Rival Universe, there's no Zenkai. So there's no Zenkais to compare them to, and then the only Zenkai there is doesn't compare to them because they're different orientations. But you could say, obviously, Android 18 is better than Kill Khalifa. Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, better than Vegeta. Super Saiyan 3 Goku isn't in the scenario of a more recent Zenkai dropping, so I can't really rate him, but he is worse than Namek Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Majub, there's no comparison. Fusions doesn't have a yellow Zenkai. What else? GT doesn't have a yellow Zenkai. And compared to the LF, at least, in the new anniversary unit of Nova, he is better than them, which I guess if you want to constitute that kind of counts. Revival Gohan, better than Turles, better than Purple, well, yeah, Purple Broly, obviously. Better than Super Saiyan 2 Goku, I guess, on a Saiyan team. I guess if you really, well, on a Sun Family team, rather, if you want to say that. And overall, he's just a better unit than all these units. Purple Super Saiyan 2 Gohan on hybrids. Then keep looking. Green Trunks. Is he better than Future Gohan EX? I don't know. I feel like comparing Sparking Zenkais to Sparking units makes more sense, not comparing EX Zenkais to Sparking units, but this Green Trunks is pretty mid. Then keep looking down, and it's like the anniversary units. Zamasu's better than Red Cell, for sure. Obviously, that's not even like a debate. There's nothing else to compare him to, though. Red Gogeta. But he doesn't want to be run on fusions. This guy wants to be run on, like, Future. Or Regen. So Red Gogeta you can compare him to, but it's not really accurate. Purple Vegeta Blue. Well, on Saiyans, no. So you don't want to run him on Saiyans. On God Key, he's not replaced because there's no fusion, or, well, there's no purple fusion Zenkai, yes, but there's no purple God Key Zenkai yet. He's not replaced. He's probably the best purple option for God Key, but he's just not that good. Red Kefla, you could run her on fusions. She is replaced by Red Gogeta, I'd say that. But you do want to run her on Rival Universe more, which, again, no Zenkai Red. She's not the worst thing, but she is replaced by Bergamo, but nah, I don't know. I feel like they're doing a good trend, at least more recently, and maybe not 3rd anniversary in particular, but since 3rd anniversary with, I mean, Revival Gohan is kind of the lead of it. You just look at these Sparkings, and all of these Sparkings here, at least on this entire, like, image, well, entire list you're seeing here, like this top row, top column, whatever, they all are better than their Zenkai counterparts. Again, maybe not Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but is that really like, oh my god, that's so bad? Like, Namek Goku's a fucking LF Zenkai that came out, I don't know, 8 months ago or something? Like, he came out pretty goddamn long ago when they thought LF Zenkais were going to be the pinnacle, and now it seems normal 1% are becoming the pinnacle, because you look at fucking God Topo, man, God Topo's a fucking behemoth, and I don't know. I think they're doing a good trend, especially with looking at LF Frieza. I do think he is easily replaceable with a new Sparking, you know, LOE unit that will come out, and that's a good thing. LF Zenkai should not be the pinnacle. Zenkai should not be the pinnacle. Every Zenkai should be, okay, he's a sub-option. You look at Dokkan. There's a lot of Easy A's, which is Zenkai and Dokkan, and they just had one for a Super Saiyan Goku that transforms all throughout. Okay, well, there's a Super Saiyan Goku LR, highest rarity of Dokkan, that came out. Who's better? The Easy A, aka the Zenkai, or the new shiny unit? The new shiny unit shits on the Zenkai, Easy A, whatever you want to call it, version of the Easy A. He shits on him. He destroys him, the LR. And that's good. That's kind of what Legends needs to do. And that's what they're seeming to do now. I mean, maybe not to the fullest extent, but I think they're trying it out. I think making Frieza not as crazy as people maybe anticipated. Maybe expecting more support was what people thought. And I expected at least more support, or at least just a little bit better tanking, because 35%, which is fine, it's not anything crazy. Like, Topo has 40% when he doesn't even cover in. Topo has 60% on cover. Kill and Caulifla have 40%. their normal 1% sparkings. And this LF Zenkai has 35%. That's a sign of, okay, we're toning these fuckers down because we want actual new units to be summoned for more. Which is smart, right? That's a great business decision. That's great for players because, yes, while a lot of people might complain, I don't want to summon for every new unit to have such a good team and, you know, power creep, power creep, power creep. What would you rather? An LF Gohan only dominant thing for 5 years, which we've had it for a year already? Or would you rather have, okay, here's Ultra Gohan who shits on FSK. Yes, he might be creating power creep, but he's a red Ultra. He says, fuck you FSK, you're off the team. And now we can go back to normalcy of trying to build up new units to be better and better and better than Zenkai units. And that seems to be what's going in the path of Legends. Just hopefully they continue it and keep doing it correctly, because again, even talking about sustained damage cut, Topo and Kano Caulifla, not even defense types, not even support types, both get more cut than Frieza and get it a lot easier, a lot more unconditional. I don't know. I think they're going in a smooth direction, and I think it is a blessing, a very big blessing. So let's see what they do. But yeah, so far I do think Legends is learning how to control their temperaments with Zenkais and even LF Zenkais. Looking at Frieza there, they want new units to be better, and I'm glad. Let me know what you guys think of this. If I am correct, wrong, whatever. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.